Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Carolyn. Today I have another collective reading for you. I want to say if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe. I would love to have you a part of this family. I post more readings like this, but I also post educational videos to help you wherever you're at on your spiritual journey. If you want to see when I post my next video, definitely go ahead and turn on that bell notification. I post new videos every single week. If this reading resonates for you and you're drawn to leave a donation, I greatly appreciate that. Any way you can support the channel, whether that's by purchasing a reading, donating to the channel, subscribing, giving this video a big thumbs up, or sharing with others, really helps me to be able to make more content like this for you. If the title of this video isn't resonating for you, if the cards aren't resonating with you, that's okay. This collective reading might not be meant for you. I'll have my collective reading playlist linked in the cards above so that you can find a message that is meant for you. And so getting into your reading, you have the Knight of Wands, Five of Cups, the Empress reverse, Temperance, Page of Cups, Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the King of Wands. So right now, you have a lot of energy. You have this fire energy. You could have a lot of fire in your chart, or someone in your life could have a lot of fire in their chart, and this is who you're dealing with. I also get the sense, because wands represent your passions and creativity, that this is something that's very close and personal to you. This is a goal with this Nine of Wands that you want. And with the Page of Cups, there's a lot of dreaming with it. And so it's a goal that you want, and you put a lot of time, effort, energy, love, passion into it. But it's still not tangible yet. It's still not something that you have gotten the results you were looking for. It really feels like you have the drive for it, you have the desire, but the execution is not leading into what you want to, and that's creating a lot of discrepancies in your own happiness because you're lost, you're confused, you don't understand why things aren't working out the way that you planned them yet. And that's where you have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is representing your disappointment. So if this is a relationship, it feels like things aren't working between you and this person, maybe the spark has died out. If this is a business you were starting, it's not creating the lifestyle for you that you wanted it to. You're not getting the fulfillment you needed from it. Whatever goal this is, whatever you were chasing with this Knight of Wands, it is not leading to what you thought it would. The results are not coming in. It's not that there's not a plan forward, but the results aren't what you expected them to be at this point of the game, and you're becoming very disheartened by it. And a lot of you, if you haven't already, you're choosing to walk away with this Eight of Cups. There feels like there's this crossroads where you can no longer continue to put money, energy, effort, time into this project anymore when it's not yielding results. And so there's this internal dilemma for you because you really want to do it. Everything about the Wands energy here is that you want this. It's important to you. And so it's almost like in relationships when you have to walk away from someone while you still love them. You're just not in sync. It's not working. That's what's going on right now. The Empress card is reversed. This was not yet the time to create it. You rushed this process. You jumped in too soon before you were ready for it. That's what the Nine of Wands is representing, is you have this idea and you just ran with it. You didn't think it through. You were impulsive. And so that impulsivity has led to a reckless result. You're not capable of getting what you want yet because you're not ready for it. The timing is not right. And that's what's frustrating about this situation, is you have this passion for it. You want it so bad, is you have the passion for it. It's not from a lack of effort. It's not from a lack of trying. You have done everything you can to make this successful. That's why this is painful. This is not your time. And so it's an external factor that you simply cannot change. And so there's no way to fix it, to make it the right time. That's why you have Temperance. You need patience with it. This is going to be a frustrating message for you to hear because there's nothing you can do to change the fact that you need to be more patient, that you need to walk away from it right now because it's not sustainable to keep putting energy, time, love, effort, whatever you're putting into this anymore. It's not going to be beneficial. So you're currently wasting your time. Even though the idea is good, you're treading water right now when you need to move forward. And so the only way to continue to swim is to drop your weights. Eventually, you can revisit this idea, but then that's when the Empress card will be upright and you'll have the capacity to actually be successful with it. Right now, it's not your time. You cannot change that. If this is a relationship, you need to accept that. You need to walk away. If it's meant to be, you two will find your way back to one another. If this is an idea or a business goal or a manifestation of some sort, you need to stop focusing on it right now. It's not going to come into your life right now, no matter how hard you try. This is not anything to do with you and everything to do with the lessons you still need to learn before you can reach that end result. And so you need to stop chasing it and focus on other things that you're actually ready for. Because that's why you have the Eight of Wands energy here. This is telling you, keep moving forward. It sounds counterintuitive because you're walking away from this, but you need to let this go, admit your loss, admit defeat, grieve, mourn for this situation. You need to let this idea die and just move forward with what you have, what you're getting, with other ideas that are actually able to come into your life. Just keep pushing forward. And so by walking forward, you'll find another path that will give you similar results. It might not be the exact same, but because of the lessons you learn along the way, and because of the way that you're going to grow and your mindset is going to shift, that new path is going to be better. There's going to be less plot holes. There's going to be more breakthroughs and understandings and realistic expectations of what needs to be done. With the Page of Cups, this was not something that was actually planned efficiently. This is not something that you actually had a sustainable pathway towards. And so that's where, like, you had your hopes, you had your dreams. That's great and all, but sometimes our dreams don't work out in tangible ways. And I think that's what you're learning right now. And I know it's difficult because right now you're this King of Wands energy. The King of Wands is someone where they're in control and they want their plan to work. They're very stuck in their ways. They're stubborn. Think of Simba in The Lion King. He gets stuck on the fact that his father died and that it's his fault, and he internalizes that. You internalize a lot of things. You internalize a lot of self-limiting beliefs. And so especially when you're processing a failure, it becomes so much more than this thing didn't work. It becomes a mindset in which you believe you didn't work, that you did something wrong, that you're somehow less valuable. And so you don't want to admit defeat because then you're labeling yourself with all these negative thoughts. And so it's much easier to deny that truth and say, no, I'm still doing this. I haven't let this die yet. So I'm not a failure. I'm not all these horrible things because I'm not giving up on it. And so your stubbornness will lead you into this sunk fallacy mindset where you have put so much time, effort, energy, love, money into something that you don't want to quit. Because if you don't quit, it might not be working, but there's always room for it to improve. If you actually walk away, if you accept this, then you have to grieve this mindset of yourself that you don't necessarily want to do. But what you need to understand with the King of Wands is that this is a king. And so he's going to be able to recover. He might be stubborn, but ultimately he gets what he wants in the end because he's a king. He's a manifestor. He has everything he wants. The kings are the highest court card. There's nothing better that they can get. And so whatever you have to let go of right now, let it go. You're going to automatically get better. Like I said, there's lessons you need to learn, but this new path that will open up to you by learning these lessons and forcing yourself not to be stubborn and do what's best for you with this Temperance card here, you're going to be able then to be confident in your next decision because you'll have an understanding to back it up. I think part of the lesson you need to learn right now is that there's a difference between confidence because of your inherent belief in something, because that drove you to make impulsive choices because it was almost like a gamble on yourself or a gamble on this relationship, a gamble on this business. And so there was this inherent belief, but nothing to substantiate that. Whereas moving forward, you're going to learn how to have confidence because of the facts, because of what you've proven yourself capable of, and because you're going to be a lot more methodical moving forward. Confidence itself is not bad. And I think a lot of you actually struggle with confidence. So I think you do need to work on feeling more confident internally. But there's a difference between having false confidence that can lead you to being arrogant and stubborn and act foolishly because you're making choices and deciding on things based on facts that are not there, versus being confident because of the proof you have set before you, because you can rely on the people in your life, the foundation you've set for yourself, who you are. You have all those tangible things then to make you feel confident. The confidence isn't the bad, but where it's coming from, the place in yourself that's telling you to be confident, that's what you need to work on. Because when it's coming from a place of truth that doesn't really exist, it leaves you open to have this fall, to build yourself up to be so confident. And because nothing's backing you up, that confidence can drop from underneath you and you can fall. That's what's happening now. You were not ready for this. It's not that the idea was bad, it's that you were not ready to execute it. You were not ready to have confidence in your success yet. And now you're facing the consequences of that. And so Spirit doesn't want you to walk away from this and just beat yourself up over it, because I feel like this was an important lesson you needed to learn. I think you need to understand this lesson in order to no longer be stubborn, and in order to humble yourself and realize that sometimes when things seem too good to be true, they are. And you need to not only believe in yourself, but have a path forward that's grounded in reality, not grounded in your dreams with the Page of Cups here. And so when you choose to walk away, that's when this lesson will start to take place, because now you're not being stubborn. Now you're not holding on to something because of a sunk fallacy mindset. Now you are actually allowing yourself to grow, evolve, accept defeat, accept failure, but then also learn how to navigate it where it doesn't define you, where it's not making you believe these things that aren't true about yourself, because it doesn't need to. This failed, but that doesn't mean that you're all of these horrible things. And so if you are struggling with believing positive things about yourself, definitely focus on that and try and build up your sense of worth and your own value, because small choices, moments in our lives don't define us based on that one instance. Everything added up together is what defines us. And so that's where you need to have patience for yourself. You're going to make mistakes, but you can grow from them and it's going to be okay. But that's where you need to keep moving forward with this Eight of Wands, because eventually your time will be right. You will have learned this lesson. And then with the Empress energy, you can go and you can build a new plan, a new path, whatever you want to call it. You're going to be able to get something better. But you need to understand this, learn from this, grow from this in order to get there. And so Spirit just want you to get this as a warning that if you're still trying to hold on to this, it's time to let it go. Doesn't mean that this idea is gone from you permanently, but stop working on it. It's not worth it. If you're holding on to a person, it's time to walk away from them. It's not going to work out right now, and you need to accept that. And so I feel like Spirit wanted you to hear this message so that you don't waste your time anymore. Feel what you need to feel, process what you need to process, but allow yourself to move on with the eights here until the timing is right for you. And so I hope that this gave you some sort of clarity and insight onto your situation. I hope, even though this wasn't the easiest message, I hope that this did provide you with some guidance moving forward. And so if you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share with others who need to hear it. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. I would love to have you a part of this family, and make sure you turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. And I'm gonna have more videos linked in the cards above for you to watch next. I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye.